What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hakmati and C, and I am joined
by me
with the what's the control room? It seems like you're pressing buttons and doing all that good stuff. We're here covering WWE Monday Night Raw from February 24th, 2025, live in Cincinnati, Ohio. And this is the last Raw before Elimination Chamber, which is this Saturday, live in Toronto. A lot of good matches made for the card so far. Nothing new has been made from this Raw, but before we dive into it, are you excited for Chamber?
I am excited. I'm especially excited to see Trish Stratus there.
Okay.
Because it's her 25-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And the two Chamber matches are fucking stacked. They're awesome. Really good people in both of them. Like, LA Knight's not in it, right?
No.
Like, last year they put like people like him in it, and like this year it's like the men.
All good.
The men from the boys, and these are men.
Ooh.
And the women too.
Yeah.
Ain't no little girl, we got Alexa Bliss.
You say ain't no little girl.
We got Rhea Ripley. We got
Rhea's not in that match.
Oh no. We got Alexa, we got Liv, we got Bianca is
I think Naomi's in there too.
Naomi and
oh gosh, who are we forgetting?
Bailey,
Roxanne Perez,
and Roxanne. Yep.
So there's a lot of good people in those matches. But speaking of the Chamber matches, Logan Paul comes out.
Oh, and I'm also excited to see Kevin and Sami.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna try to make that a big thing.
We'll see. I'm sure it'll be good.
I'm sure it'll be good.
So Logan Paul comes out and trashes Cincinnati, Ohio. Paul says, I beat Rey Mysterio and punched my ticket to Elimination Chamber. I'll beat 3 doorknobs and John Cena and go to WrestleMania to beat Cody Rhodes. CM Punk then comes out and Paul says, what's your problem with me? I think you're jealous. I succeed at everything I do outside of here while you fail upward. CM Punk then says, I don't have a problem with you. It's business. You're a dime a dozen. You say and do things for the shock of it. These people deserve better. Paul says, when you came back, it was the greatest return in history, but you cracked under pressure and tore your tricep.
Your tricep.
Yeah, he mocked him. I like the little... he says that in the history of WWE, the main guys are Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, CM Punk. He goes, that name changes. It's only a matter of time before they chant my name. Punk says the names do change. Those names you use were legends. I make history under pressure. You're not going to be here long enough for them to remember who you even are. I will eliminate you from the Chamber match, and I will face Cody Rhodes and leave Vegas champion. I will make history and will be history. I don't care if Cody Rhodes thinks he has to sell his soul to beat me. I'm Satan himself, and in this business, you're nobody. And
he
then
also said, on Saturday, you're going to see why they chant my name in that match.
That's the end. We haven't finished the promo yet.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Get a little ahead of yourself here. Paul then slaps CM Punk and leaves. And that's when Punk says, run while you can. On Saturday, you're locked in a cage with CM Punk. And when I get my hands on you, you will understand why they chant my name, like you just said. There was a slap there.
This promo, I thought, felt like really real. Like, I hope we do see why they chant his name on Saturday. Because, to be honest, I haven't been impressed with CM Punk. And, like, what Logan said was true. Like, he went to UFC and he lost in like 4 seconds or something ridiculous. Like, he has failed at things outside the WWE, and Logan Paul, everything he touches turns to gold. So, but CM Punk is also right in the sense that he does a lot of things for shock value, and he's a punk. He's a punk-ass kid, which I agree with. He is. That's his character. But,
do you think Logan Paul stands a chance to win the Chamber?
No, John Cena's winning the Chamber.
You think Cena?
John Cena is going to WrestleMania and he's going to fight Cody Rhodes. That's why they're turning him heel.
Okay. Well, our first match of the night is a triple threat match: Ludwig Kaiser versus Pete Dunne versus Penta, and this match was back and forth throughout the entire competition of it. Penta lands a spling blade to both men, and then Penta lands a DV to Kaiser. Pete Dunne lands a bitter end to Penta, and then Dunne pulls at Kaiser's fingers. Penta hits a Mexican Destroyer to Pete Dunne. Penta hits a sacrifice, but Kaiser pushes Penta to the floor, and then Kaiser hits a modified DDT to Pete Dunne to steal the victory, and Ludwig Kaiser here gets the win. For me, this was a good match, but like there was nothing to come out of it. There was no sort of like it's just.
Penta's matches have been cool, but like we said yesterday, they don't really amount to anything. He really needs a storyline. He's good and everything, but like I want to see like Penta against like Dragon Lee. That would be really good.
Yeah.
Like to be honest with you, I don't think Penta's any better than Dragon Lee, but I don't know.
We'll see. But this is a good match. Ludwig Kaiser gets the victory. We see World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley getting interviewed by Jackie Redmond. Rhea says, I'm going to have my eye on the Elimination Chamber match, but my focus is on Iyo Sky. I've never been Iyo, but it's been 5 years since we fought. I've become the most dominant women's champion in WWE. I've beaten Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, and after next week, you're going to add Iyo Sky's name to that list. And then Iyo shows up, and Iyo says, next week I will beat you again and go to WrestleMania as World Women's Champion. So who do you think is going to win between Rhea and Iyo next week on Raw?
Definitely Rhea. Or somebody's going to get involved. That's what I feel like is going to happen because Rhea's never beat Iyo, and I think they might try to keep that. So I feel like somebody is going to get involved. And when is that happening?
That's happening the night after Chamber.
The night after Chamber. So this is my thinking with that. Whoever wins the Chamber
is going to go after Rhea.
They have to go after Rhea.
Well, I mean, you mean like during the match.
Right, so they're going to go after her, and it'll be a disqualification. Iyo Sky will keep her undefeated streak with Rhea, and the person who wins the Chamber is going to be like, no, I want Rhea. I don't want to go after Iyo Sky.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
a candy cane.
That's very possible to happen. We see New Day taking on LWO next, and
so that might tell us that the winner of the Elimination Chamber is Liv Morgan, because she's the one with the biggest problem with Rhea.
Yeah, but who cares? She's a tag champion now. You know, it's like now she has other people to go after. You know,
maybe.
New Day defeat LWO after they land their like flying stomp combo. After New Day attack LWO until Dragon Lee makes the save, but then New Day take control and land a double powerbomb to Dragon Lee. I don't care about this New Day LWO rivalry. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not. The New Day is like boring. This heel turn. If they want to make them real heels, they need to go after somebody besides LWO.
Yeah. I agree. We then see Finn Balor yelling at Dominik Mysterio backstage about not wanting a new member to join Judgment Day, which means someone's
coming,
and Finn's gonna end up going.
We think we know who it is.
Yeah. World Champion Gunther then comes out to the ring. Gunther says, I am in action tonight, but I want to talk about WrestleMania. Initially, I was angry Jey won, but now I know I can embarrass that clown and end that yeet circus for good. Let me introduce to you my opponent for tonight, Akira Tozawa. And then Gunther tells Akira that he has a chance to earn Gunther's respect. However, Gunther is able to get the win after applying a sleeper, and Tozawa passes out. After Gunther attacks, Otis pushes Gunther, and then Gunther attacks Otis from behind and applies a sleeper on Otis. Jey Uso runs out, and Gunther leaves. So Gunther is trying to embarrass and mock Jey Uso by fighting someone like Akira Tozawa. And then Jey Uso runs out. Gunther runs for his life. What do you think?
Yeah, it was just like, we've kind of seen this the last few weeks.
Yeah.
It's getting a little old.
I don't care about Jey Uso. I really don't. All he does is yeet. That's all he does.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that people.
It's gonna be like this huge WrestleMania moment. It's like
For what? 'Cause
somebody else really deserves it.
It's so that the crowd can go eat. That's all it is.
I
And so they
know.
can get all those people and it on camera and show it for years and years.
Yeah.
But it's not going to mean anything. Next, we see Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria defeat Dakota Kai after a Nightwing. After the match, Dakota and Lyra hug, and then Ivy Nile runs out, tosses Dakota Kai into the railing, and then Ivy hits Lyra with a German suplex, and Ivy wants the Women's Intercontinental Championship. What do you think?
Well, Master Gable told them that he wanted them all to have gold when he came back, and the Creeds are fighting the War Raiders this week. So I think if one of them win, both are going to win. Also, we don't get tag team championships on PLEs anymore, so it could be they could all potentially get it. I don't want to see Ivy Nile have the Intercontinental Championship. Dakota should have won it last night. She should have had it first, and then Feather Girl could have had it. But yeah, I don't feel the Bird Lady. I'm done with Lyra. I don't hate her. She's just boring, and honestly, I think she'll always be boring.
Yeah,
like I just don't see it for her.
I agree.
I would really. I'd like to see there's a lot of women who deserve the Intercontinental Championship, and who would do something with it and put it out there. So hopefully we'll see that in time to come.
Okay. Next, we see Sami Zayn getting interviewed by Jackie Redmond. Sami says, I went to Kevin's house and saw his mom. I went home and was disgusted with myself for even going there. Family has never been involved in this. I don't recognize myself or Kevin. I don't know.
He can't even look at himself in the mirror.
He can't. I don't know.
This is serious shit.
I don't know what we are capable of right now. People need to be concerned about what I do to Kevin Owens. I hope you're ready because it's going to be a bad time. They're both saying the same thing about each other to each other. So.
Yeah, and that's why, like, if they don't really pull out all the stops, if they're not jumping off ladders and smashing each other on concrete, this whole thing's going to be really cool.
Kevin Owens has been going through hell.
Yeah.
At the Rumble, he got an Alabama slam through the ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see him do crazy stuff, but if he continues like without stopping, he's gonna hurt himself. Kevin Owens. We then see Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker defeat Dominik Mysterio by disqualification after the Judgment Day attacked Bron. After Bron ends up taking out all the Judgment Day members, hits a spear to Carlito. Finn Balor gets into the ring with a chair, but Bron faces off with Finn, and Finn leaves. So now it looks like Judgment Day is getting involved with Bron, but Bron's got his own issue with AJ Styles. So, like, I don't understand why now they're bringing the Judgment Day into this.
I don't know if they're trying to set up something with Dom. I don't know. Maybe they'll go for a three-way. Dom, Breakker, and...
But it looked more like Bron was, like, looking mad at Finn. Like, he like, Dominic's not an issue.
Yeah, because he knows he can kick his ass. Where, like, Finn kind of, like, stood his ground.
Mm-hmm.
Finn was going to hit him with a chair. He grabbed the chair, and Bron was like,
I just don't understand why they're just randomly, like, AJ Styles isn't even on Raw this week. So it's just, like, what happened?
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Bron Breakker and Finn, but I'd like to see AJ.
Yeah, last we saw AJ hit Breakker with a Pele kick, and then that was like, and then it's just like now, we'll see. We see WWE Champion Cody Rhodes coming out next. Cody says, I understand the offer the final boss has made to me. It's good guy one-on-one not to lie to you. As I'm standing here, I know I'm a blessed man, and this decision affects everyone. This offer means, and before he can continue, Seth Rollins comes out. Rollins says, this is the first time we've been in the same ring together since WrestleMania 40. What the hell are you thinking? We stood together against Roman Reigns and The Rock. Now he's back to ask you to be his champion. The fact you didn't slap him the fact you didn't slap him right in the face when he asked is a slap to my face. Seth says, do not make me regret everything I sacrificed for you to become champion. Has this title become too much of a burden for you? Cody says, you sound judgmental. Brock didn't ask you for your soul because it's already compromised. I know who you are. You were my shield at WrestleMania 40, and you helped me become champion. Seth says, I'm not here to judge you. Maybe I want to protect you from making the same mistakes I made. I don't want to hate you. This Saturday, I'm winning the Chamber. I don't want a soulless shell of Cody Rhodes. I want the Cody Rhodes that beat me at WrestleMania 38. You're gonna do what you want, but I'm not coming for your soul. I'm coming for your title. So Seth Rollins giving Cody a decent warning here. He's like, what are you doing? Like, why would you even work with The Rock? And Cody still doesn't give an answer. He's just kind of like...
Well, this is the thing. I feel like people, like the fans especially, like, they kind of turn on Seth, like, when CM Punk comes out and stuff. And it's like, everything Seth is saying is true. Like, CM Punk left for the competition for money.
Yeah. Well, Punk did say
Seth is right about, like Cody helping Roman. Like what the fuck? Like he made everybody's life miserable, and everybody had to acknowledge him. And he was like, this like tyrant for years. And basically over nothing, Cody just like pussied down and like helped him. And there was no like, it was a slap in the face to Seth Rollins and The Undertaker, everybody who helped him win that title that night. And like, if he joined, break down the Roman Empire for him to help build it back up.
I just wonder, like, if he does turn down The Rock.
He's going to turn him down.
What does that mean? Because The Rock is going to then try to get involved with Mania some way, and then it's just like...
Well, I think he's going to turn him down, but then he's going to
join him.
Do the heel turn when it really counts at the PLE.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe it'll happen at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because I can't really see them turning him just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming. Maybe we'll see Cody Rhodes with dark hair again.
Yeah. Well, we made it to our main event. The women's tag team champions Naomi and Bianca Belair defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Watch me.
This is a good match. There was a lot of like false finishes. But the end comes, after Raquel slams Naomi on the top rope, and Liv Morgan takes advantage of that and pins Naomi. And Raquel and Liv are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We still don't know who attacked Jade Cargill, although we probably think it's what's her name? Naomi and Bianca. But what did you think about the titles changing hands here tonight? Do you think Liv and
I think it was
Raquel
time. Bianca was champion for I figured it out, it was like 6 years. They said Bianca was champion for like 150 something days.
Okay.
So that's like almost 6 months.
Yep.
And I think it's kind of like Liv and Raquel will like do it justice right now. They're like, like Liv's the brains and Raquel's the manpower. And with what they're doing, the way she's protecting her, kind of like Piper and Chelsea, like that, the setup they have right now, I think it's cool to see them as champions.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see what's next for them with holding the titles. But we've covered all of this episode of Raw. The main takeaways, we see Seth warning Cody not to, join forces with The Rock.
I could see them holding the tag team titles, and maybe like 2 good women will get it at Mania or something.
Okay. We saw, like you just said, Liv and Raquel become the new women's tag team champions.
People want to see Rhea and Tiffany together again.
Logan and CM Punk confront each other. Iyo and Rhea confront each other. That's basically it from this episode. There really nothing.
Seth and Punk.
Yeah, Seth. Well, I said that they warned them. But anything that you want to talk about before we say goodbye about this episode? I mean, we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah. It was decent. I think they need to have episodes like this on build up to Mania. It's a lot of storyline. But I also think we were saying this last year too, that like around this time, like there should be more going on.
Yeah.
But we'll see. They tend to kind of wait now.
They
until
wait
last
until,
second.
yeah, I agree. But with that, we've covered all of this episode of Raw. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay notified when new content is created. And until next time, stay safe
And stay uncensored.